Las Vegas Raiders former running back Kenyan Drake has reacted to his release by the Raiders. According to Josina Anderson, on the phone with Drake, he said he is just vibing at the crib, waiting on the next 24 hours. Did not think anyone would trade for me just because of the contract situation. Either way, the Raiders have to pay me. I'm at peace with the decision. I felt like the writing has been on the wall within the last 2 or 3 weeks. Never felt like I had a fair shot to compete for the job coming off injury, but at the end of the day, it's all business. And as time has progressed throughout camp, there really wasn't a role for me anymore because they had guys they brought in, they traded for, and he was kind of the odd man out, especially coming off his injury. He says he's at peace with it because he knows of his capability as a player. He says, I am a playmaker. I feel like I can fit any type of scheme. I proved to be the first second down back in Arizona, and through my entire career, I've proved I can be a versatile back in the backfield, catching passes, special teams. I'm a professional. At the end of the day, I love ball. I don't think it really matters where, as long as they give me an opportunity to go in and compete. I still have a lot of tread on my tires. This really sucks for Drake, and I don't want people to totally crap on Drake here because Drake, he hurt his ankle significantly, broke his ankle last year from a really bad tackle that came from behind him. And really, that's made it tough for him in preseason. You saw that first preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kenyan Drake did not look too healthy, but I will say he looked a little bit better last game. And wow, this is a complete shocker. The fact that we're releasing him right now, in my opinion, shows that we could not find a trade partner. If we were able to find a trade partner, I do not believe that Kenyan Drake would have been released like this if we were able to find a trade partner. First game against the Jaguars, what did we notice? We noticed that Kenyan Drake, played with the fourth string. Amir Abdullah's stock has been rising. You've heard Albert Breer and a couple people hype up Amir Abdullah and what he's been able to do throughout training camp, and he seems like he's won that job as a third down pass catching style of back. And it seems like, hey, $1 million, that's a pretty good deal. He's a veteran, only on a 1-year deal right now for Amir Abdullah. Now, going a little bit deeper into this, Kenyan Drake, $3.8 million a year, a little misleading. $3.8 million a year for Kenyan Drake, but you eat up $8 million in dead money, free up 3.8. Therefore, you're going to eat $5.2 million in dead money. And the Raiders desperately need cap for next year. The Raiders only have $6 million in cap space when it comes to next year. Just $6 million. The Crosby contract is kicking in. The Renfro contract is kicking in. Devontae Adams, Chandler Jones, all of this is going to be more expensive next year. And now you're in a situation, you're eating dead money for this year. This cap that we freed up, this $21 million we have, it's not all rolling over to next year, especially if we're eating like $5 million right now. That's bringing it down to roughly $16 million. Just a quick projection as to surface level, talking about if I had to choose 5. It's definitely Jacob Zamir White. That's a lock. Amir Abdullah appears to be a lock. I think Brandon Bolden's a lock. I think he's a coach on the field. I think Josh McDaniels likes him. Just talking about running back, I think we're 5. It's now this battle has kind of reduced, and it's kind of cool because we're going in to the final preseason game, and you're really going to be able to figure out who's going to get this 5th spot at running back. It's going to be between Andrew Walter, Britton Brown. Andrew Walter has had some juice. Yes, he's an older vet. Older, I mean, come on, older. As somebody who, these guys aren't old, but for NFL, older, right? Andrew Walter is about 26, 25, perhaps. Britton Brown is probably like 23. I think he's a little older for a rookie, so maybe 24. But he has that rookie contract. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not all about the contract. Hey, guess what? The contract has an impact. If Britton Brown can pop and get better than maybe Andrew Walter in year 2 of his career, then you have this guy on that 7th round pick rookie deal out of UCLA, Britton Brown, for 3 years at dirt cheap, $624,000. So what I think Josh McDaniels wants to do, he wants to roll with Josh Jacobs today. We're keeping 5 running backs. Josh Jacobs, your number 1. Your third down back is Amir Abdullah. Zamir White's going to be your backup for Josh Jacobs, and your backup for Amir Abdullah is going to be Brandon Bolden. And then you also have another emergency back on the roster, Britton Brown. That's going to be, I believe, the top 5 running backs. Let me know below who you guys think the 5 running backs are going to be on this 53-man roster. And I believe it's going to be 5 because New England kept 5 last year. So I'm going based off that. New England likes to have a huge rotation of backs, and that's where Josh McDaniels comes from. So